Never quit. Ignore your emotions. Stay hard. This is the modern vocabulary of mental toughness, a mindset built on the premise of relentless emotional control. That framework functions until it meets a crisis that cannot be out-hustled. A sudden job loss, a health crisis, or losing a loved one forces us into a reality where our willpower has no jurisdiction. When we can no longer control the situation, the rigid toughness we spent years building begins to splinter. The armor breaks because it was never designed to bend. In the early 20th century, Japanese philosopher Nishida Kitaro observed this struggle differently. He developed his ideas within the bustling reality of a transitioning Japan. Nishida proposed that a strong mind stops resisting the facts of its environment. Strength, in his view, comes from becoming intimate with the world as it actually exists. Resilience is the ground we stand on once the walls of our ego have fallen. When we face a hardship, like a sudden career setback, our first instinct is to argue with the event. We tell ourselves it shouldn't have happened or that it's unfair. This diagram separates event from reaction. The impact of event is a single point, but impact of resistance creates compounding distress. Choosing acceptance stops this accumulation. We prevent multiplying the damage, leaving us a clearer view of the actual problem. Nishida called this pure experience. It is the practice of observing reality before layering it with labels, judgments, or the stories we tell ourselves about why it happened. This state of clarity functions as a survival mechanism. It allows us to see the landscape as it is, providing the specific information needed to navigate a crisis. Arguing with reality only blinds us to the next necessary step. Before a high-stakes challenge, the mind often generates an internal narrative of failure. Most of us mistake these whispers for absolute truths. Nishida suggests a shift from "I am afraid" to "fear is present." This subtle change in language moves you from being the emotion to being the observer of the emotion. He viewed the mind as the sky, while thoughts and fears are merely passing weather. A storm might be intense, but it never alters the nature of the sky itself. This separation prevents an event from becoming an identity. You may experience a failure, but that experience does not make you a failure. When we stop fusing our identity with temporary events, they lose the power to trap us. There is a common myth that we must feel ready or fearless before taking action. Nishida's philosophy shows that opposites coexist. You can be terrified and still take a meaningful step. Waiting for fear to disappear often results in paralysis. Courage is actually generated by the act of moving while the fear is still present. People don't wait for the rain to stop to reach their destination. They open an umbrella and keep walking. Confidence is frequently the delayed result of sincere action, not a prerequisite for starting. We discover our strength at the very edge of our limits, provided we are willing to walk toward them. Nishida's work suggests that mental toughness is not found in becoming harder or more rigid. Reality does not break us. We break because we try to resist the inevitable flow of life. The strongest individuals are those who have made peace with uncertainty and continue to walk alongside it. When we finally let go of the illusion of total control, we become deeply anchored in what is real. True resilience allows a person to remain firm in the earth, even as the storm whips the branches above.